If you are wise, your marriage will be peaceful. Every husband and wife fighting every day. Every husband and wife that eventually divorce and scatter will saw two foolish people.
When domestic violence comes, don't listen to what any pastor is telling you. Walk away.
This man don't do me shake. I no marry gay. I beg. I no marry. Me not help me. Even though na ask me, I dey for another. You go still do na pretend that man. No.
If there is a relationship that is abusive, get out. Don't sit down there and be praying. Step out into safety, then be praying and binding. Because the covenant of life is superior to the covenant of marriage. God forbid if you die, that man will remarry.
Justice must be done.
All right.
And I've seen people say, how can a lieutenant allow his wife to pour?
Look at me, men. This is what happens when you treat your wife right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Plan B TV News, Gist, and Blog. This particular video has been going around since, I think, 2 days now, or 3 days thereabouts. A friend of mine reached out to me to talk about it. I never wanted to talk about it because I have a lot of videos I'm trying to work on. Before you work on this, another one surfaced. According to her, that it is more better for we to use our platform to campaign against domestic violence. We have made several videos about that. But this particular one just breaks my heart because they said, according to the story making rounds on the social media space, that Lieutenant Samson Haruna recently tied a knot with his wife on April 2025. Just 5 months thereabout, this particular incident happened that cost his life. How did it happen? They said the wife accused him about last month of infidelity, like knocking another girl outside, and that was it. According to the story, they said the girl lighted the man up with fuel, and that was it. When I heard that story, I was grieved. Like, he is a military man, and to what extent that he will not wait for the woman to pour the fuel on him, then either lighter or matches, then boom. Was it like he was trying to beat up his chest like, me will be soldier, you know if you do it, how dare you cannot do it, put fire now. I don't really know what he was thinking, or maybe he was sleeping. The incident is yet to be cleared, the method in which she did it. But however, I want you guys to watch this particular video from Arise TV News on how they reacted to it. We'll be right back.
Let's now take this heartbreaking story of a Nigerian army officer, Lieutenant Samson Haruna, who tragically lost his life after his wife allegedly set him on fire following a domestic dispute in Akwa Ibom State. The tragic incident was said to have occurred on September 22nd, just 5 months after the couple got married on April 21st, 2025. Well, according to reports, Lieutenant Haruna and his wife, Reti, had a heated argument in their home, which escalated when she allegedly got petrol out of anger, doused it on him, and set him ablaze. The army officer was rushed to the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital, where he was receiving treatment for severe burns, but tragically passed away from his injuries. Social media has been awash with reactions after a video of their wedding began circulating online. Well, this incident has shocked the military community and raised serious questions about domestic violence and anger management. In a statement from the Assistant Director of the Army Public Relations Officer, Lawal Mohammed Unuyo, on Tuesday, the Army condemned Lieutenant Haruna's death and extended their condolences to his family. They stated that their preliminary investigation found that the incident took place after the heated argument between the couple due to a family crisis. The police are also investigating the circumstances surrounding his death, with the wife likely to face murder charges. Now, Dr. Bati, to think that the couple had been married barely 5 months before this tragic incident. Now, the military officer's life has been cut short, his career over, I mean, what does this say? This is really, really sad. May his soul rest in peace.
Well, this is very sad. It's horrific. It is sorrowful that a couple who were smiling in April now ended up in tragedy, in tragic circumstances in September. And it is all the more tragic because this happens in many places, domestic violence, which has become a major problem in our society. Some states have agencies to address domestic violence. Some states do not have, but it is a serious problem. Now, nobody teaches marriage or marital relationships in any of our schools. It's not on the curriculum. And so society has something that people are not prepared for. People marry, they get into disagreements. They are coming from different backgrounds. Nobody has taught them how to navigate this. I think, this should be a wake-up call for society to look at issues of conflict management, also issues of marital abuse, also issues of mental health, because somewhere lurking in that territory is mental health. There is also a role here for families, for churches that, tie the knot for people to come together. Oftentimes people just come together coming from different backgrounds. They spend a lot of money getting married, but what level of counseling have they received, particularly in terms of the mental health of the parties involved? Yeah. Now, there's also an issue about androcide. And I think, it's very important that you are bringing this up. Oftentimes, if it was a man that attacked a woman, it would be a big issue. They will say, femicide, marital abuse, domestic violence. Men are always like that. We have also seen in this country cases of women who are violent wives, who beat up their husbands, who kill their husbands, and I think on both sides, that should not be the case.
Yes.
And I think that society should put a structure in place to look into this. Now, the other issue is that this Mrs. Haruna, who has killed her husband, there's nothing under the, the marital act, that says a woman can kill her husband. She must be made to face the full wrath of the law.
Absolutely.
Justice must be done.
All right.
And I've seen people say, how can a lieutenant allow his wife to pour petrol on him and kill him?
How is it just?
He may just be a very decent man, and whatever the argument may be, there's no justification for him to have been killed.
We commiserate with the Haruna family. We commiserate with the military. May justice be served. I hope that this investigation is speedy. May his soul rest in peace. Lieutenant Haruna.
The old thing they said it happened in Akwa Ibom, and the military barrack in Akwa Ibom, they said they were mourning, all of them were angry, because if you watch the wedding, it was an outstanding one, not just a normal regular military wedding or a normal regular wedding, but this was an outstanding and epic wedding, just as you see these beautiful couples. And the occasions, the photo shoots and everything was eye-calling. Who must have think that this particular girl can do something like this? The reason I'm making this particular video is not just to fault the women, but it is both sides. Sometimes it happened, the man by his wife. Sometimes it happened, the women by the husband. The only thing that is grieving my heart in all of this is that what is the offense that your husband or your wife will commit that will make you to buy him or her?
Apparently, this woman here murdered her husband and was apprehended while trying to run away with his belongings. Now, the headline by Daily Post says, Abuja woman murders husband, dumps body in uncompleted building. Things are happening, A woman identified as Rahimat Salim has allegedly killed her husband in the Peggy area of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The FCT Police Relations Officer, SP Josephine Ade, confirmed this in a statement on Tuesday. She said the woman was arrested by the operatives of the command attached to Peggy Police Division on Monday, July 29, 2024. Josephine said the woman was attempting to flee with the belongings of the husband before police operatives swept in and apprehended her. According to the police spokesperson, the woman had, during interrogation, confessed that she killed her husband after a disagreement. She subsequently led the police operatives to an uncompleted building where she had dumped the gruesomely burnt body. While the investigation is still going on, the police commissioner, FCT, CP Bennett C. Igwe, wishes to affirm that justice will be served in the matter, as he urged residents to be wary of the environment and report suspicious activities to the police, the statement added. Things are happening, you know. Things are really happening.
And in most cases, you see these couples, somebody who said he went outside and later he came back. What are the things that is grieving them? If you investigate further, you will see that most of these people must have somebody that are fueling them with this anger. When they try to cry out to somebody or complain to a friend, and that friend will just put more fuel in the whole case, and that is it. Because this is not even self-defense. Before you can't turn fuel, they put for person, but like this can't lighter. It's something. Now, let's deal with domestic violence videos that we have saw on the social space. How many of you guys have watched this particular video that I posted some time ago? Because I'm just trying to add it also that all of you will learn. Now, before we deal with another domestic violence, I want you guys to watch this particular video of this pastor.
If you are wise, your marriage will be peaceful. Every husband and wife fighting every day. Every husband and wife that eventually divorce and scatter will saw two foolish people. Because somebody wants to fight you and you don't want to fight, there will be no fight. If somebody wants to fight you and you are not ready to fight, there will be no fight. Did you hear me, my daughter? He hit you, you are going. He ran after you and pulled your jacket. When he leave the jacket, you are going. After a while, all look at will say, something must be wrong with you. You are abusing somebody. Somebody is abusing your mother. My mother. You talk about my mother. My mother that is long dead. Does he hear that anybody is abusing her? Your own mother too. My mother. I watched two foolish men on the social media the other. In this Lagos, it was their wives that were having issues. Maybe some of you saw it there. And the two husbands got involved. And they started looking for things. They hit themselves and killed themselves. They bled to death. Two women are fighting. You don't come and say, my wife, come inside. If it's truly my wife, he will come inside. And if he doesn't come inside, I go to the inner room and lock the door and start sleeping. I will hear later. The two people came out, flesh and pride. Those are foolishness. What is in a man that you cannot live at peace with? Woman, what is in a man? The heart of a man is a power steering car. How many of you have driven power steering car before? With one finger, you can control it. If you are wise, you control the man. They will think you have done medicine for him. He will just be following you like this. Anything you are him to do, okay. Darling, babe, what do you want me? Babe, okay. Babe, okay. He will be calling you baby, even when you are 67. Babe, give a man what no one else can give to him. He will be following you. My husband doesn't come from work. He will stay at work. He has some girls. So one girl can take your husband from you. Whatever that man wants, give him in overdose. What is in that other lady that is not in you?
For me, whenever two of you have issue, why can't the other one just walk out? And sometimes they walk out, they must have called one or two friends, and the person just poison their heart the more. And that guy, don't too much. Just go back, do it like this. If you don't do it like this, the woman or the man will just come back and do some drastic thing. And at the end of the day, they put their life in perpetual bondage. How many of you guys have watched this particular video from Brekete family? The two stories of these couples, the basketballs they have, that almost cost the life of this lady as well. I want you guys to watch this video. We'll be right back.
This man that do me shake. I no marry gay. I beg. I no marry. Me not help me. Even though na ask me, I dey for another. You go still do na pretend that man. Oh, Sonny.
You sabi pretend, ba?
This man, he go kill me. He go kill me. I beg. Make them fight us for me for outside. Make everybody dey you. As he don't see that TV girl, he say na he bone. Now he say na he bone to bone. Say na me they give a bad luck. I give you bad lucky. They pursue us from my pole. Erufa, we start Kabusa, they say Asblo. Now we be first people we say Asblo for Kabusa. Then they say Asblo 20 naira, we go buy they sell us 17 naira, we buy land, build many houses.
You and him?
Yeah, we started orphanage for Lagos. His senior brother died, they say me we go Benin, that got to where you measure. Now there we did before, we come that to Apple. As we just come and put Erufa for sure, we recruit Kabusa and follow this man suffer. Oh God. Kai, I no agree again. I no agree again.
Keep quiet.
I no agree again. I don't tire, Daddy. I don't tire.
Okay.
All the property where we got, he say, thought that fire me, who tell me, say, I follow her suffer. His sister, Julie, make he call her. That was tell her, say, remember where this woman starts. All his
Your own sister.
All his sister, self. His own sister, both all of them, where they go, they cry for now, they let me sit down. Now they because of they say me I sit down because of children. They know say I try because of her. My people abandon me because I call her. I say you be my father, you be my mother. Treat me well. I no go do you batty before. Oh God, I don't tire. I no do again. I no marry again.
Consultant Ike. Hi, my friend. Keep quiet there. Respect yourself. Sit down in the chair, pretender.
There are most cases like this that you want to wonder why would they wait to this point or to the point that it gets to this extent before they take leave. Most time, I don't know if it is because of religion, I don't know if it is because of love or because of the children that they will just throw their life and gamble with it in that marriage. At the end of the day, sometimes it leads to buy. The same children you said that you because of them you cannot leave that marriage. Now you have died and lived and abandoned them. Now I also want you guys to watch this particular video from Bright and Daffy. We make videos about it. I'm just trying to congest it together so that if you are still suffering or bearing or trying to endure in that domestic violence, please run. I want you guys to watch this video.
I am SP Daffy Bright. This is Delta State Police Command. Today, we've always had cases of domestic violence, but what we are doing today is quite different because it's now happening the other way around. I'm with a young lady who she says she's just about 21 years old. She has a baby daddy, let me use that word. She has 2 children for the man, though they are not married, but they were cohabiting. And somewhere along the line, they had disagreement that resulted in a fight, and this was used. She used this to stab the man at his heart, and the man bled to death. Where the man for the hospital before us? How long did he stay in the hospital before he died?
They refused to attend to him.
Who refused to attend to him?
The hospital went.
Why? Why did they refuse to attend to him?
They didn't say anything. They only say he lost blood. Like the first one went to, they said the doctor is not around.
So you are blaming? Wait, are you trying to blame the hospital now? Calm down. You were so fast to say they refused to attend to him. Between the hospital and you, that is the mother of the man's children, who should pay more attention to the man's well-being?
It's me.
Okay, so let's leave it at that first. We'll be hearing from her. You can see I'm a bit sad because it's indeed a pathetic story. It's not one. The scene is so gory when you see the picture. It's embarrassing. What's your name, madam?
Bina.
Bina, where do you stay?
Jakparo.
Jakparo. Try and be audible. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Where are you from?
I'm from Bayelsa.
Bayelsa. And you are 21-year-old. What's your educational qualification? SS2. Okay, you've not finished secondary school. Did you stop school or you are still in school? You stop. Okay, how long have you known this the father of your children? You've known him for 3 years. 4. This month will make it 4 years. How many children do you have for him?
2 boys.
How old are the 2 boys?
The first one is 3. The second one is 1.
Okay, what led to this? I know you have a lot of story, but we don't have that time, okay? What led to this? When I mean what led to this, you said you guys were having a disagreement and he told you he was no longer interested in the relationship, that you should go. Was that the case?
Well, that was it, but it was not all of it, but that was the case.
Okay, did you leave the house at all?
I left the house on Sunday.
I came back when?
I came back that same Sunday.
Okay.
Around 9.
So exactly what led to this fight?
On Monday, that was what.
Just go straight to the point. What led
on
to
Monday,
the fight?
like I don't know what it triggered him to me, but on Monday I didn't do anything. We're both not talking to each other. So he was upset that I went to go and meet our neighbor for the meter, because I told him that I can't go and meet our neighbor for the meter That was because he wasn't responding to me. I asked him several times, he didn't respond to me. So I had no choice than to go and meet our neighbor for the meter so that he can help me load card so that we'll have light.
Was his anger because you went to the neighbor for the meter? Was that his anger?
I don't even know what brought his anger.
So what led to you taking this to start
Well, he was upset with me. He told me that I thought I said I can't go and meet our neighbor for anything. I said because you are not responding to me. Then he seized the store key. The store he opened for me, he seized the key. He said he's going to lock down the store.
Now, we've known that story now. What led to you using this to stab him?
Well, he was beating me.
He was beating you?
Yes.
What was he using to beat you?
He used his hand. With the key in his hand and the airbrush. He wanted to use the key because the key was in his right hand. As he used it, I used this my hand to hold it so that it won't touch my eye because this eye got blind once.
Okay. So where did you now find this? At what point did you find this?
After he mashed my head on the floor, when I was bleeding from my nose, that was when I went to the kitchen to take the dagger.
Where was he? Where was he when you got this dagger?
It was like,
was it in the kitchen or was it in the sitting room?
It wasn't in the kitchen. It was in the, like, let me say the dining side.
It was in the dining
side.
So you left where you were fighting with him. You went to the kitchen. You carried this. I went to the shop.
Where he mashed me, I was close to the kitchen. So that was when I entered inside the kitchen.
Calm down, calm down. When he was matching you, you didn't stretch your hand and carry the dagger.
No,
okay?
I did not stretch.
You stood up.
I stood up.
You went to the kitchen.
Yes.
You carried the dagger.
Yes.
You came back to meet him at the dining.
I did not meet him. Like I was standing in between the kitchen and the dining. That was where I was standing.
So where was he standing?
He was coming directly at me.
Okay, at where? To you in the kitchen or in the dining?
Where I was standing, that was where he was coming directly. So I told him that he should stay away.
Okay, and well, it's unfortunate. Nobody is happy that this has happened. But why we have brought this out is this. I'm asking you that key question because the time you used to get to the kitchen, you should have used it to get out of the house and just go avoid trouble. You lock the door. Well, it is well, but the truth is that now he's dead. How do you feel now?
I'm happy.
Where are your children now?
They're with his people.
Well, it's a very sad story. The only reason why we are bringing this out is because of what we call temper. Not just in our case, even in men's case. We should mend our temper because for every fight, we don't know the end point. Now, this man is dead. The two children are there. 2 children, right? How old are the children? 3 and 1. The children are there. She is here going in for a case of suspected murder. It is well. May his soul rest in peace and may God help us moving forward. I appeal to all Deltans, all Nigerians, and everybody watching this video to mind their temper. Thank you.
Now you listen to the whole interview between Bright Edafe and the lady. I'm sorry that I'm just putting more lady, but it happened in both ways. There are men that also buy their wife. There are stories of a man or even a pastor that buy his wife simply because, I don't know if it is bipolar disorder, I don't know, the thing that these women or these men, they cannot bear it anymore. They felt like taking somebody's life is the only solution. You know that this person have an history of violence. You felt like it's normal. Oh, he loves you. And now that he loves you, promise that he has changed. As long as the person is not going to therapy, one day, the thing that makes him to be violent all these years will also get to your turn. The fact that you guys have been having back and front basketballs every day, they have not totally by you, does not mean one day, somehow you will provoke him to the point that he will do the worst. But unfortunately, either you or the man or whatsoever will not be alive to witness the other story, how it ended. Now, I want you guys to listen to Pastor Sarah, what she said, a way of advising couples or those in a relationship enduring in domestic violence. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Look at me, men. This is what happens when you treat your wife right. Because this Pastor Ina legacy goes on. After he's been dead now for 19 years, but his legacy continues. His work continues because he empowered me. He didn't tell me you're stupid, you are nothing. Shut up, keep quiet. No, My husband, I will make terrible mistakes. He will say, honey, you did well, but don't say that thing like that. Say it this way. Go and tell them. And when you speak, tell them Pastor Ina said. He empowered me. He allowed me to use his name to become. On behalf of your wives this morning, I beg you. I beg you, be kind to your wife. I heard that this man beat his wife. He would beat her and ask the children to join him to beat her. He beat her to a coma until she died. I beg you, in the name of the God we serve, be God to your family. Be the representation of God. I plead with you. You may be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Vow means for better or for worse. In sickness and in health, for richer or poorer. The people who wrote those vows were under the anointing of the Holy Spirit. They are beautiful vows. But let me explain where the better and for worse is. And I want you to hear it as from the mouth of the senior pastor of Family Worship Center. That the words does not generate from inside the house. That words did not mean that no matter what I do, no matter what I say in the house, you do it. No, that's not what it meant. It meant that the bad that will come from outside that we cannot control, no matter what it is, we will go through it. But the evil should not be generated from within. Therefore I say, any man beat you, leave. Leave. You say, Pastor, no, that's too radical. I've told you this story before. One day, Pastor Ina and I were married. When we first married, we were quarreling, and I was pregnant with Blessing then. We were driving from beauty school. I did beauty school, cosmetology. We were fighting. We were arguing in the car. We were so broke, so everything was tight. We used to quarrel over 25 kobo. It was not funny. One of the days on the highway, we borrowed somebody's beetle. And we were driving past, so he now got angry and hit the car. Boy, it went full. It almost hit the median. I kept quiet because here was I very pregnant. You know what? I kept quiet. He talked. I didn't say a word again because I saw my life was going. When we went home, I cooked, we ate, we slept. The next morning, he went to work. When he came back, he didn't see me. I was gone. You know why your husband has been beaten and beaten and beaten? It's because you have been hiding it. That one time, I left the house. He looked for me for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And then he began to pray. And I went and stayed in his friend's apartment. He didn't think I could ever go there. I went and stayed with the girl for days. And you know what? I exposed him. And when Pastor found out, he cried that day because he didn't know that what was happening around him then had entered him. Because you grow up seeing what your father does or uncles and all, and you take it, you think that is the right thing. He didn't know he had that capacity. That was the first time. Another time, we were acting again, he jacked me up and pushed me. Of course, my mouth runs, you know. Is there a woman whose mouth doesn't run? That's how we were made. We don't have power, but we have a mouth. God gave you power and gave us a mouth. God is a faithful God. He does things in justice. He's a God of justice. He put mouth in my mouth and he put power in your body. So that all the advantage will not be on one side. Imagine if I have the mouth and I have the power. You'll be dead. So I must have said something that got him, and he jacked me and put me on the wall. And then in the process, he scratched me. Accidentally. When the anger finished, you know, when your anger is up, your IQ goes down. When the anger finished and he saw the scratch, my husband went down and wept like a baby. And then started working on himself. So Pastor Ina did not become a good man overnight. He made 1, 2, 3 mistakes. And then he said, no, I can't be like this. And he changed. We still quarreled and argued, but it never came like that. A man beat you once, you keep it, he will beat you again. Once you have beaten a woman, you will beat her again. You must look for help. If he looks for help, come back. If he doesn't look for help, go. God forbid you stay in family worship center and be beaten to death in the name of for better for worse. The worst was not supposed to come from home. The worst was supposed to come from outside, things we cannot control. Did you hear me? You say, Pastor, I'm going to stay for the children. No, you're actually hurting the children. You are hurting the children. My sister-in-law said something very strong long ago. She said, when you go before God, like this woman that told everybody, told her friends all her problems, always said, don't tell anybody. I don't even think they told the pastors. And she died. She committed suicide as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not saying that lightly. Because, I mean, they beat you. He stops her from meaning. That voice that she is speaking Igbo, she is singing, we don't know, but we are crying along with her. They have robbed us of something in the body of Christ. She didn't live. So my sister-in-law said, God will ask you, why did I give you legs? Those of you staying in a house and they are beating you upright and inside out. Why are you staying? I will not stay. I didn't stay. Anytime Pastor Ina did, I left. This was in America, not in Nigeria, where I would gather a crowd for him. No, in Nigeria, I would gather a crowd now. You remember when we started family worship center, we were fighting one day. I called the church. I said, we are fighting. No, come and separate us. Pastor, what do you want to say?
Like I said in the beginning, you have a choice of running away. You have a choice of even walking away. You have a choice to crawl out of that marriage or that relationship or that moment where there are disputes. But the fact that you go and you later come back, or during that dispute, the strength that you used to run to the kitchen or used to run to that place where you keep those whatever and come back and do you the worst, just know that you will face the full wrath of the law. This whole thing has been going on for years, but unfortunately, there is no way of we eradicating it. Have you guys not also heard that story of that woman, that dunamis woman, and how her husband violently by her? And a lot of story out there. Sometimes you see pastors encouraging you to enjoy in that domestic violence, saying that, oh, divorce is a sin. Though not all Christians are also buying. There are others that are not Christian that are also facing the same thing. Anyway, I rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to let me know what are your thoughts about this. Until we meet again, peace out.
When domestic violence comes, don't listen to what any pastor is telling you. Walk away. If you die, listen, the beautiful thing about marriage is when your partner dies, you know what happens? The other partner has the right to remarry. Until death do us part. But the question is, how did that death come? Where did that death come from? Question to Nika Lukuma Bereniel.